Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Jackie Wylie. I'm the Artistic Director and Chief Exec at the National Theatre of Scotland. Welcome and thanks to you all for being here in the beautiful Olivier Theatre. And thanks so much to Rufus and the team here at NT for hosting us all today. It's remarkable to have an assembly of directors and artistic directors and theatre makers from all across the UK. And for me, in this particular moment, it feels immediately hopeful and energising to have us all together. We're all here today because we already understand that we're at an existential crossroad and that the climate emergency demands fundamental, global, systemic change. Theatre is part of all global interconnected systems, and today is an incredible opportunity to generate a conversation about how we make theatre in the context of the climate crisis. With us today are extraordinary thinkers and speakers, artists and creatives. It's a moment to share ways of reimagining, of rethinking, and there's something so special about bringing all of these brilliant minds together. And we believe that today can and should have a real and lasting impact on the sector. I was lucky enough to see the climate activist Rob Hopkins talk earlier this summer. And he says that culture is the primary tool for moving us from a state of fear to a state of longing. And I love this word, longing, because theatre has a particular ability to make us feel more alive and more vital and more vivid. So this sense of theatre can actually generate this sense of longing for a better future world, one that is hopeful, one that is delightful, and one that is full of great ideas. And while we celebrate this role as storytellers of an optimistic future, we must also look at ourselves, how we operate and function. Rob suggests that rather than the next few years feeling fearful, they should feel exhilarating as we rush to do everything that we possibly can. And I'd like to acknowledge that while today feels so urgent to us in this room, the challenges that we face today are not new ones. Indeed, the crisis that we face today has its origins for a long, long time, to use a theatre reference back to Shakespearean times, from the beginning of colonial plunder, appropriation, and extraction of resources across the globe. Embedded in the ethos of the day is an awareness of climate justice, the belief that social human issues are not separate from climate issues, but they're entwined. The impact of the climate crisis is not something that's happening in the future. It's already happening, and its catastrophic impacts are felt already and disproportionately across the planet. The visual artist Otobung Kanga suggests that caring is a form of resistance. Care brings us all here today, and it is care that brought the three of us here today together in this collaboration. And the three of us are not standing here suggesting that we have all the answers. Far from it, because it's such difficult work. Kate Rayworth, who we'll hear from shortly, describes the climate crisis as a crisis of the imagination, because we live in a system that makes it so impossible to imagine anything else. We are inside it, like a fish searching for the word water. But we do have imagination, as well as creativity and empathy, and those are the skills that are needed. Even the speakers today who have dedicated their lives to this work would tell us that leadership is as much about being open that we are working it out together, even as we commit to taking action. And while we acknowledge not having all the solutions, we must have the confidence and the care to act together and to act now.